Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Hey, buddy. Does anybody hear music in the background?
I hear it.
That's right, little campers. That music in the background tells you it's time again for the What We Like podcast. So y'all just gather around. We're going to sit and talk for a while about a happy little subject. That's right.
I think I noticed
Oh, we're just going to have happy little discussions because I've got my two happy little co-hosts here.
Right.
Right.
In a way.
Who's this happy little co-host right here beside me?
I'm Mackenzie.
That's our little camper Mackenzie, and she's just happy to be here. And who's
Poor
our happy
baby.
little co-host on the end?
I still be Charles.
That's still Charlie. Charlie's just so happy to be here. That's
Charlie.
right, folks. We're just happy to be here. It's the What We Like podcast with our happy little music and our happy little campers. All right. So it is that time again. We have come across to educate, annoy, and talk about what we like. And of course, our saying on the What We Like podcast, please don't sue us.
Please don't.
Don't do that. No.
We thank you guys for taking some time out of your day to tune in and listen to us.
Gracias.
And the first thing we want to do is thank you, the viewer, because without you, we have no reason to be here other than a court order. First, we'd like to thank some of our friends, so you'll know who our friends are. You can go visit them.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
She's starting already, and I was going to be good. First, we want to thank Drake, the super
Okay,
cool
I'm
Sweetwater
okay with Drake.
electrical
That's good, my
guru
boy.
and genius, who helps us get microphones, recording boards,
Yes.
all kinds of wires,
A1 Drake.
all of my guitars. Drake
Thank
is
you,
a
Drake.
super
Guitar.
badass. You know what? I think somebody had a good idea last time. They said we should have Drake call in and see if he
Yeah.
could. Look, I'm going to ask him about this. First, we'll let him watch a few episodes and make sure we wouldn't get him fired.
Who is these guys?
Who's
And,
this?
maybe he could call in and talk
is
to
you?
us and say hi, because Drake is a cool guy, man. He's helped me out a lot. He's helped us out. Another person that's helped us out, Sweet Segovia Delicacies.
Oh.
That is
A1.
North
Love
Georgia's
ya.
finest sweets and delicacies. If you can find anything better to pop in your mouth than a Sweet Segovia delicacy, you're lying, because there ain't much
I'm
out
not
there,
looking
okay?
at you, actually.
We really love them. We thank
Don't
them
want
for all
them
they
to
do to
say.
us.
I'm the naughty boy.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God, he's being naughty again.
Get him.
Hey, you're the one that has the
didn't-
gun.
I didn't
I
do
told him-
anything.
I told him I would spare him today with the bubble gun. Just today, though.
But how would we know what it looks like inside of a car wash without the bubble gun?
Hey, I'm gonna get you. I think it's your turn.
Really? Okay,
I
hold
think
on.
it's your turn. Are you
Here,
gonna get some glasses with
let
some
me
windshield
ask
wipers?
and say, hey, Mackenzie,
Oh, you ready?
what would it look like if I was in a car wash?
Oh, that big one can.
That was a good one. Oh,
I'm down. I'm shot. I've been
I don't know if you
attacked.
guys can see. It's on his glasses, and he has like a clump on his head.
You look like a bubble unicorn.
A bubble unicorn.
Well, that's funny, because if you put whipped cream and chocolate on my head, I become the world's ugliest hot fudge sundae. But that's okay.
Somebody ate that.
That's
Oh,
it's
is
okay.
that you?
We just got a few bubbles on things. We
I
just had to
don't
clean
know.
them off.
If a brown
Oh.
earthquake,
I was
then
about to say if he's got some brownie bites on him, maybe.
The reason we've been having fun with the bubble gun is because why the hell not?
Yeah.
If you have
Yeah.
$20 you are not doing anything with, I swear to you, go get yourself a bubble gun. You can find them on a popular website that's named off of a rainforest area.
We should get a link, like an Amazon link, so people can find the fun gadgets. we bring
Absolutely.
on.
I would do that. I just want to make sure we don't get sued.
yeah, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, we haven't made
Please.
enough
Very much
money.
so.
Yes.
Just because Pete throws us a few free possum dinners doesn't mean we have enough money for a lawyer to defend us
Oh,
on
right.
this sort of
None of
stuff.
that.
So, the reason we have the bubble
That
gun,
you know.
secondly, is because not only is
I'm
it
never
damn
eating
fun to have a
anything
bubble attack, we want to thank the people
Fair.
at the Bamboo Car Wash. They are some hardworking, very cool
Bamboo.
people who keep my
peeps.
ride looking fly.
Yeah, I need to go get
Ooh.
mine washed.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And the great
honestly, me
thing,
too.
did you know you can get an unlimited wash membership and just
And
go
how do
through?
you do that? How do you sign up for this
You
unlimited?
can either go online to their website and
Yeah.
do it, or you can go see them in person.
Oh.
The cool thing is once you get it, you don't even have to worry about a card or a thing to put on your keys, with those little tags.
Mm-hmm.
It knows your license plate number. So when you drive up,
is it the government?
no, it's better than the government. It is really there to help you.
They actually do something for
Yeah.
you.
When you drive up,
We
it
better stop.
reads
We're
your
gonna get in
tag.
You
trouble.
actually get what you pay for there.
and it says thank you, and it lets you go through the car wash.
Wow.
And I'm waiting for my little dash thing for my car to put my phone in so I can video, and then I'm going to try and do that. We're going to have a field trip to the car wash. And maybe we'll see some of those.
Oh, no.
Also,
oh no, what's on Charlie's mind?
No. I mentioned it in another episode and never went back to it.
Yeah.
When I first mentioned bamboo.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was it?
That he was going to go on the field trip.
We also want to thank
Oh,
one of our new sponsors. It's the National Turtle Racing Association, where they
I
are
got
fast
scared.
as shell. She likes that one much better than some of our other ones.
No.
And as always, we want to give a shout out to Pete. Yo, Pete!
Hey, Pete.
So,
And also to
We'll see you
Kritzky's
soon.
Mystery Can Depot, where
Well,
you
not
can
all of us.
remember every can they have has no
actually,
label.
Pete, I got questions.
It's awesome. Try shopping there. We do. All
Not
right.
all of us.
Now, guys, this
Some of us, let's see up there.
at
You're
this point in the
eating cat
show,
I'm
I'm going to reveal our topic to you.
You're eating cat food. I just know it.
We're not eating cat food. They keep that in a totally separate section.
So they say.
Well, they always say it's beefy and
Hey.
chewy tasting, and they don't lie.
I'm close with Wismic, all right? That's my
Right.
dog.
Hey,
Well,
shout out to
that's-
Wiz.
not
Oh, he's
my
your
do-
dog.
He's not my dog.
Oh,
my
he's your dog.
cat.
I'm gonna tell him.
He's
Hey,
my kit
Let me
cat.
tell you
I'm
something.
gonna call him and be like, Wiz,
If it's
did you
good
know?
enough for Wiz,
And he'll
it's
go,
good enough
"Meow."
for us. Okay.
Well, that's good. That was really good.
Let me ask you: do you know who does not shop at Kritzky's Mystery Can Depot?
Me.
Wismic.
I thought you said it was good for him.
Well,
He
actually,
doesn't shop there. I shop for him.
Okay.
it's the people that are the subject of today's show, which
Ah.
is. Let me get it. Can we get? Let's get an exciting sound for this. Bigfoot. That's right, folks. Today we want to talk about Bigfoot and other mythical creatures.
Ooh.
Mhm.
The reason we're doing this is because I've been recently sucked
That's why I went
into
raw.
watching another series of shows called Expedition Bigfoot.
We were talking about that bear website, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, my bad.
Expedition Bigfoot has been a damn good show to watch. I enjoy it, but it has the same inherent problem as all Bigfoot shows.
Oh.
It's all search, no find.
I used to watch those a lot.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I like the show. It's very suspenseful, and you just really, every time you watch, you think they're just this close to finding a Bigfoot. They see heat signatures. They see all this other stuff. They put trackers on them. They have yet to find a Bigfoot turd. They know where the Bigfoot eats, but they can't find a Bigfoot turd. They find a footprint, and I want to mention a footprint. You would think with the giant clodhopper of a feet these things have
multiple.
they would leave a whole easy track, just be able to follow them right down the street. No, they find one footprint, and the next one they find is 4 miles away.
Yeah.
He was in a hurry.
His strides must be huge.
Yeah. Maybe
That's why
it's
it's called
because he's
Bigfoot.
What if he's actually
Could be.
really small? He has huge feet.
Maybe he was skipping and jumping.
on like little baby feet.
Maybe he had a song in his heart and he was skipping right along.
Yeah, he's like
maybe he was
8.5, 9
late
foot two, but he wears like a
It's-
7.
Oh, baby foot.
Poor
Yeah.
baby foot.
Wears a 5.5.
Maybe he was late for his date with the
Female.
Loch Ness Monster.
He's big foot, not big feet.
He-
He just has one.
Oh, that would be really screwed up. One size 18, one size 4.
He's just running around like.
He's just hobbling.
At that point, you might as well have a wooden leg.
But see, okay, so you got that, but like, okay, so where?
First
Like,
off, let's just ask this: who here believes in Bigfoot besides me?
skeptical.
I
Okay.
believe in a lot of things that
I do. I believe in a lot of things too, but the Bigfoot, it's just. I think that there was just a really large person, either far away or a bear standing, and I just that's the one thing that I'm not sure I believe in Bigfoot.
Yeah, but I mean, it's you have Bigfoot, you have Yetis.
See, and what's the difference?
Well, Yetis are
They're in the cold.
Yetis are I guess
They're
they're
cub.
white.
They're
Yetis
that was
are
good. I like that. That was a good sound for a Yeti. That's what I feel like it sounds like.
I mean, I
the
guess
movies.
they're like cousins.
Yeah.
know,
I think the
brother from
difference
another
between
mother.
Bigfoots and Yetis is that Yetis are employed and make coolers.
And sometimes work for Santa.
That's right. And we know they're different than Bumbles
Okay.
because, as Yukon Cornelius says, Bumbles bounce.
What the hell's a bumble?
You have never seen Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Yeah, I
Reindeer?
just don't know what the bumble was.
The big snow monster was a bumble,
Ah,
and he bounced when he fell off. And Yukon
oh,
Cornelius,
that one. Okay, yeah.
Yukon,
one who-
I follow.
Cornelius, yes. And let's just go off on a tangent here. Who wants to earn bonus points?
Me.
Do you remember what Rudolph's girlfriend's name was?
Oh, crackers.
I wish we had some
I don't think it was
Jeopardy
that.
music. It was not Crackers.
I
it
know
was
what she
close.
looks like. She has a pink bow.
Yes, she does.
Was it Charlotte?
Penelope.
Think of Clarice. Yes, Clarice.
Clarice.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't have gotten
yeah,
that one.
no.
Oh wait, so you get it. We'll give them to you.
No,
then.
I already knew, so it doesn't count for
But
me.
you knew, so you get points.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you still knew it, so we'll give you
All right,
5.
so we'll go for that. I'll
You're at
take
a
it.
55. I'm at 50, and Charlie is at 40 because nobody's emailed in yet to prove him wrong. Disappointed.
That's right. Email in at whatwelikepc@gmail.com to prove Charlie wrong. As we know, PC stands for podcast, but what could it also stand for?
It is your
Oh
time.
no. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Something coffee.
Percolated coffee.
Percolated coffee. I don't want to know what that is.
That is how they made it in the old
it's-
days. Coffee was
yeah.
percolated
Isn't that
before
in a
Mr.
song?
Coffee.
I feel like it's in
Percolated?
Yeah.
I percolated my coffee.
No, not coffee, but the percolated part.
I don't know.
I think it's in a Missy Elliott song. If you
one
know
of
the song I'm talking about, please email it in
Okay.
so I can prove him wrong. Thank you.
One of the things I was learning in the Bigfoot show is that different people call Bigfoots different things. There's Inuit Inuit tribes that
Sound it
are
out.
indigenous people that call it one thing.
Yeah.
There's other tribes that call it another thing. There's also the Tlingit people of Pacific Northwest that have something called the Kushtaka, which is very close.
Never heard of that one.
I think
It is a mythical shapeshifter found in folklore of the Tlingit people. It's very strange because it has the power to take over people's minds, and when it actually draws you in by making a sound that sounds a lot like a woman screaming, crying for help, or a baby crying for help.
Well,
Are you sure that's not in the Appalachian Mountains?
Well, I mean, there's been people that have been out there and they have heard like just random, just like out of nowhere, and they're like, "Gotta go,
peace out."
Okay, now see, that's where I say stop the bus, back it up. I want to check this out. Let's just say
he's that white. He's that kind of white folk.
If you are the guy that's in the let's just say because it was in Alaska, that's where these people were looking at, is in Alaska.
Interesting.
You are out in the remote, freezing wilderness of Alaska.
Ever.
And you hear a crying baby in the woods.
From what I hear, I haven't been.
Oh yeah, it was very, very picturesque, very beautiful. But if you hear something that sounds out of place, like a baby crying,
no.
Are you going over to it, or are you going, that's my cue to get the hell out?
My cue to get the hell out.
Absolutely.
I don't have kids, so yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
But I mean, you would think the reason that they do it is because it's a sound that
like people
tugs on them heartstrings.
Yeah.
If I'm in a Good Sam RV camp lot,
that scenario.
I guess none of us.
Like I said, if I'm in a camp lot for a Good Sam where there's RVs everywhere, another family, and I hear a crying baby, I might go check it out and see what's going on. If I'm in the remote wilderness where I could become bear food,
get your kids.
Not gonna.
The baby's on its own. I'm just saying.
Because obviously somebody has to be with it for it to be out there that far.
Absolutely. So let them take care of it.
There's a reason, and that reason is not for me.
Also, I don't like anything where bears are involved because, well, bears are cute as long as they're teddies or as long as they're in a zoo. But in real life, I always have to remember
brown bears you can typically get them. Or no, it's black bears. Black bears you can typically get if you act bigger than.
I like
grizzlies. Grizzlies are gonna go yum yum yum. Polar bears are not gonna go yum yum. They're just going to rip you to shit.
Yeah, I don't want to test.
I watch too much Joe
The
Rogan.
only bears I like are the green, orange, yellow, blue bears of the gummy variety, because real bears will eat you. And I have to remember, when fleeing from a bear, you don't have to outrun the bear. All you have to do is trip the people running with you.
There's a good chance you're not going to outrun a bear.
Also, people don't like to camp with me because when I camp, I tend to rub them with bacon every night while they're sleeping, just so they are tastier than I am. Yeah. So
good. Then I know on them.
Yeah.
You wake up and you're like, oh God, what's out there? This is Charlie.
Cook me
just me latched on.
Cook me some Charlie and fatback for breakfast.
The bacon?
What's the problem?
I like bacon. It's good stuff.
The one thing I have, the one thing I have noticed is Bigfoots, Kushtakas, Yetis, whatever you want to call them. Okay. They all have the same kind of properties. They're all 8-9 feet tall. They all have these huge feet. They're all covered in hair.
Yeah, because they're typically up in the mountains. It's chilly.
Yeah. The people at Jack Link's Beef Jerky seem to have no problem finding this thing. So I don't know what the rest of everybody's problem is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying now, if you are one of the Bigfoot people looking for a Bigfoot, go find a Bigfoot turd. That's going to be where you're going to find the Bigfoot, okay?
But you got to differentiate between that and a big old bear.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a difference between a bear turd and a Bigfoot turd.
I would hope.
But this is a crappy subject.
How do you know?
That was a good one.
But there's also other things out there.
Now, of course, I thought one of my requests for a birthday present was a picture of Bigfoot riding on the Loch Ness Monster, or I'm sorry, riding on a unicorn, going to visit the Loch Ness Monster.
Okay.
Apparently, that's not going to happen.
Oh.
So let's talk about the Loch Ness Monster for a minute. Who here believes in the Loch Ness Monster?
I do.
Okay.
I actually did a report on it in school.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what was your findings?
I mean, I never went over there to.
I mean, like your research.
Well, I mean, all you have. I mean, this was back before. You got to remember, back before we had access to computers every day. So it was mostly books and.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's never been proven, but I there's too many pictures of something unless.
That's what I'm saying. I think they call it the Loch Ness Monster, but it could be like a different type of eel, or like it could just be a really big.
Well, they've also.
I
mean, you've had people go in and like put in. I guess I get not exactly radar. What do they use?
That scared me.
Good job, Gregory. Good job. But no, I mean,
at this point, I would just like to say thank you to our Norwegian producing and directing team, Olaf Torgersen and Jorgen Halverson, for getting all this working, because it just got me to scare the crap out of her.
It like the way it came through my headphones, it like sounded like it was a chill coming from my neck. I was like, what is that? I was so focused on what he was saying. I'll give you 1 point. I don't want scaring to be a high commodity for me, so we'll give you 1 point.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's just too many pictures, like, because I mean, Bigfoot pictures are crap.
Yeah,
but like they've got some
clear pictures of things.
And like I don't think they've actually gone completely to the bottom of the loch.
Really?
Yeah, because they've done what is it like? I mean, they've done.
I'm sure they've done like expeditions or like.
Well, yeah, but they've gone and they've put in what's the stuff where it bounces off and hits
sonar.
Sonar, thank you. They've used that, but.
But we also don't know like what sound it makes, so like it might not even be able to be picked up by that.
Well, I'm just gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna make a statement here, and you guys, you're gonna go away from me. Okay, but I want you to stay with me and hear me out for this reason.
Okay.
If you really want to find the Loch Ness Monster, we need more rednecks. Okay, I'm just saying it. No, I'm just saying that Because have you ever watched fishing, like the bass fishing and all that stuff on TV? All right, those are some cool Southern guys, and I know I shouldn't call them rednecks, but they are some diehard fishermen.
Well, that's what I said. Use a fish finder.
Right. And have you seen some of the new fish finders with these things where they literally can show you like like one of those sonogram things where you can see the baby's face and all that stuff?
Yeah.
They literally have that from underwater where it's like an underwater view. You can see all the fish and go, oh, I want to catch that one right there. He's the fattest.
Well, also we call it the Loch Ness Monster, but what if it doesn't actually like live there? Like, what if it's something that just got trapped there or just comes and like visits?
Hence my next statement. I was watching a supposedly reputable scientist who stated that the Loch Ness Monster has immense powers where it can open time portals much like black holes and fly from portal to portal into different times and space and cross the space-time continuum. And I'm thinking,
I've done that before. Yeah,
same.
I'm thinking he had some of those mushrooms outside a Grateful Dead concert we were talking about. Because I mean, I will go through a lot of excuses to explain why I couldn't find the Loch Ness Monster. I didn't have the right fishing bait. I didn't wiggle my worm right. It's the one that got away.
Wasn't in the right country.
Yeah, wasn't in the right country. My dog ate my homework. Whatever the case may be. When you have to go to crossing the space-time continuum and able to open portals like a freaking alien.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Lost me there.
Yeah, that's where I stopped him and said, okay, that's enough. The Loch Ness Monster is affectionately known as Nessie, and it's a creature in Scottish folklore that is said to inhabit the Loch Ness in Scottish Highlands. Mm-hmm. People always say it's kind of a large, long-necked with one or more humps protruding out of the water, much like a few women I've dated. So you never. I might have actually dated Nessie and didn't know it.
But I mean, a lot of this is like they have they truly have they gone the entirety of that? And are there? I mean, there's got to be tunnels out of there.
That's
well, and that's the other thing.
That maybe it goes to a place and hibernates.
Well, that's what like.
Well, I don't think they're going to do that. Yeah. That's actually it's not small.
Okay. Yeah. So
that'd be like getting rid of Lake Lanier.
Dig a pit beside it the same size. You transfer the water over and look for all the stuff that's left over. Eventually, you're going to say, "Oh, look, there it is."
Yeah, but I pretty much guarantee you, nobody's going to get permission to do that from them.
But I see what you're saying. Like, there's definitely, I feel like there's steps that could still be taken.
I think that's like the very last step anybody's going to take it.
That it's such like a commodity and like it's such a business an attraction over there. So there's also probably a sense of like, if it's not real, they don't want people to know.
Well, yeah, just think of all the tourism and things.
I mean, supposedly they said the same thing about giants. There was a giant found by
110% giants are real, or at least were, because we have their bones, we have skulls, we have
the wrestler Andre the Giant. One of my favorite guys.
Well, but I mean, like,
and a star of The Princess Bride, one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, have you ever heard that story about like there was like a platoon of soldiers that it was like over in Kandahar or somewhere?
Well, it's even in the Bible.
But I mean,
even if like biblically, like there are giants.
Yeah, like a platoon killed one.
Yeah.
Like they went to go find this missing platoon and like.
Yeah.
Well,
they had been like wiped out, and then this other platoon comes in and like a spear comes flying out. And
do you know what else I think is real? Like full-heartedly, I think dragons.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Yeah, I full-heartedly think that because it's the only animal in the Chinese calendar that isn't real, and that doesn't make sense.
I mean, and they call it a mythical creature, but I mean, it's been in their history,
and it's in a lot of people's history. Yeah. Actually, they're finding it in caves. They're finding it in extremely old paintings. Like,
well, I mean, yeah,
from places that they cultures in different places in the world that weren't even communicating. I mean, so like somebody saw something.
It's been a thing used in Europe for I mean, they used it on shields as crests, all kinds of things, and it's been throughout. Like, it's been a lot of Chinese mythical.
Yeah.
I don't know about Japanese so much, but I know Chinese.
Yeah.
But I mean, dragons. I got 2 dragons on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go to a specialist on this. Smacky the Clown. What do you think about dragons?
Oh no. You
Smacky
don't
the
think they're
Clown.
real?
No,
Smacky the Clown says they're real. If he says they're real, he'll know.
Okay,
I mean, okay, so they may not be like present now in this day and age, but like
things go extinct.
if
we've seen that through anything, like things evolve, things
well, I mean,
morph.
you had the dinosaurs in there, and a lot of like I don't know how prevalent this is, but like they're saying that a lot more of the dinosaurs could have been
a lot smaller than we think.
No. Like were more bird-like.
Yeah,
okay, like a mixture of lizard and bird, than straight up just like
the size of a chicken and like had feathers.
Well, yeah, like I mean, they're also wondering like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, because he, they say he's got the little bitty arms, but they're thinking that it might have been actual,
like had wings,
like to some degree.
Yeah, no,
because
I follow.
It doesn't, like the whole body shape just didn't make sense, and then you got these tiny little arms.
Yeah, they've also never found like a full skeleton.
I feel it.
Of what?
The T-Rex.
There is a $1 billion idea coming on.
Them together and they pieced them together.
What if dragons were real and dragons came from dinosaurs?
That too.
And now the succession of them is alligators.
Yeah, see, I would follow.
So all these people who are, we need green energy, we need to save the world. How about we just start stuffing more alligators in the ground and letting them petrify and turn into oil, just like the dinosaurs? And I can still keep driving a high horsepower car.
Gators and crocodiles have been around for thousands of years. I mean, they're literally the descendants. But
and turtles too.
But also birds, because there's like a lot of birds that just are.
And like I think you also have to think like if these animals or whatever, they're massive. Think of their food intake. So is that something that also made them go away?
That was another big thing about it, is because it was
did they eat the dinosaurs?
Well, there was so much. It was so much more lush back then, and they also say it was a lot hotter too. Like the temperature, temperate. Well, there was more water. There was more, and like the land was a lot more lush because cities and crap and what we've done to it.
No, I agree. I think
like
that's
that.
Everything was bigger, not just in Texas.
Okay, let me throw a monkey wrench in that, because I think we've explored some good stuff there. We've looked at Bigfoots and Kushtakas and Yetis. We've looked at Loch Ness Monster, and now at dragons and dinosaurs and alligators and even the lovely turtles. Where does the unicorn fit into all this? And the only reason I ask is, in one of our episodes, we had a unicorn.
Though technically, shout out to the young lady who said this to me. I was not a unicorn. I was an alicorn.
An alicorn.
Yeah, it's a unicorn that has wings.
Oh,
okay, yeah, I knew there was a word for it.
Because I was thinking maybe you were a Charlie-acorn.
Well, I had some words for it, but I'm not going to say those.
Isn't it Scotland or Ireland's, like it's their national animal?
Actually, I think it is. I think it's Scotland.
Very well could be.
Scotland?
Yeah.
I think. Let me see. I think
it was one of the best ways Charlie ever got to approach ladies and say, "Hey, baby, you want to see my horn?"
I actually did.
Lord.
I did get a girlfriend because of that costume.
Oh, that's a winner.
Yeah. That was a long time ago, though.
Scotland's.
Well, let me read this for a minute, because this one says unicorns have a lot of symbolism that go with them. It's a white horse-like body with a single spiraling horn. The unicorn is a symbol of purity, innocence, and power in Celtic mythology. And legends also tell that their horns can purify poisoned water, such as the strength of their healing power and magic abilities. I imagine that their horn is probably so powerful it could even fix crappy credit.
Well, see, I'm wondering about this, because there's like I watched one of those one of the new Marvel movies, no, it was DC, because it had Shazam, and they like the thing that every other creature was afraid of. Was a unicorn, because it was black and like hated humans, and like I was like,
that's a twist to it.
But I was wondering where they got that, because you want to base it off of something.
Well, it is the national animal for Scotland, and for Wales they have the Welsh dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I probably should have known that since I'm Scottish, and my grandmother used to have a great Scottish accent.
Ooh.
She used to run around telling us, "There's no horse to chase, and you sit down."
I love that.
Okay. Well, since we're on, what about elves?
Okay, I don't know. Okay, so and fairies, because fairies is also really, and isn't it in Scotland that they're also very prevalent because they have the little doors?
Well, Scotland and Ireland. I mean, a lot of that. You had the fairy folk. I mean, you can go back to, in a lot of it, like a lot of their writings and teachings, like druids were supposedly,
yeah,
like because they were big naturalists.
See,
I guess you could
and
say.
I like that because I was thinking completely in a different direction that may be wrong now. You're going for elves and fairies. I was thinking unicorns. Okay, why isn't there other things? Why isn't there other carrots or green beans or pineapples? And that apparently that was wrong, and I'm wrong for that. I'd like to apologize to everybody.
Oh my goodness.
We already did fast food, man. We
Uniburgers and stuff. I don't know. There is one other thing I have on my show list here that goes with this category, and it's probably the most terrifying, most unknown creature that people have ever encountered. It's just mind-boggling, and that's Teletubbies.
The Teletubbies are actually really tall.
Yeah.
They're like 7 foot.
All I know
I don't know. I never watched them.
Massive.
I was never into
Teletubbies had a massive draw. I think they had powers that could rival a Bigfoot or a unicorn because they watch TV on their tummy.
The shortest one is 6'7", and the tallest is 7'11".
Dear God.
Why? They are super huge.
See, and that just proves that maybe a Teletubby was a Bigfoot.
Oh, see? Tinky. Oh, well, this one says Tinky Winky was 10 foot tall. Poe was 6'6". Lily was 6'5", and
what, they eat kids?
Dipsy was 8. Well, that's what somebody was saying. Like they got scared. Like they had to miniaturize them when like they did like meet and greets, because if like kids came to the, oh my gosh, because like next to an average size adult, like look there, that's
what the,
like they're actually really, really tall. Like that whole set is huge.
That's just
that's scary.
See, right? That's why
you guys thought I was kidding when I said they were mythical creatures that were very scary. Okay, let's go back to our What We Like podcast generality question. If you were on the What We Like podcast island and gonna hang out for the weekend with one of our subjects, are you taking Bigfoot? Are you taking a unicorn? Are you taking the Loch Ness Monster?
I have one that we have not said.
Oh, what's that?
Mermaid. I'm bringing a mermaid, and I do think that they're real.
Well, which kind of mermaid?
Well, see, that's a good question. Like, what's a siren, a mermaid? Yeah. Like, I think that's a good question. I think that kind of goes with like the elves. Like, there's not like the, like elves or like fairies. Like, I feel like there's not really drastic. Like, whenever you think of elf, you think of like Santa. That's really like the only like proof. What do you think of?
I think of like, I read a bunch of fantasy and stuff growing up, and and like, I've been like the whole fantasy worlds and stuff. So there's different types of elves.
Yeah. I would have to say mermaid though.
Well, as far as types of elves, you have the ones that live with cereal like Snap, Crackle, and Pop, and then you have the ones that live in the tree and bake cookies.
Yes. I think those
I love cookies.
Especially soft batch cookies.
Yeah. Those are the Keebler.
I would like to say I'd take a Bigfoot, but I don't know if you could talk to him and hang out and party with him.
I wouldn't want to share food with
He'd
Bigfoot.
have jerky.
Yeah, the unicorn, I would just be tempted to try and play leapfrog with, and I already know that's a bad idea.
Bad idea.
So I would probably bring the Loch Ness Monster because he could swim up and sit on the beach and talk to me and then get in the water. We could swim together. I could be like, hey, dude, you want to go out and talk to some lobsters? Maybe, say hi to a tuna.
Bring some over.
And he'd be like, yeah, dude, let's go swim around and see what we can find. A mermaid, that's just...
I'm gonna mermaid.
That's just another chick who's not going to go out on a date with me. So, I mean...
Well, see, okay, so wait, first, hold on, Charlie. What would you bring?
I don't know, because
there's too many to pick from.
I could see you picking a
dragon.
See, that's the thing. I'd love a dragon.
Or a fairy.
I'd love a dragon.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure dude's just gonna eat me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Would he eat you if you could defend yourself with a bubble gun?
Well, I'm kind of skinny, so there's not a lot to me. So maybe he just chills and talks to me. We have
keep you warm.
We have some cool conversations.
Yeah. Some cool or heated.
But I was thinking maybe a Pegasus, because I can ride that one and fly away.
Yeah.
But then I'd have to fight the Kraken.
But
did
you say Kraken or crackhead?
Kraken.
Oh, okay. I would take a Kraken.
Kraken or a crackhead. Either way, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, because if it was a crackhead, you'd know you were on an island somewhere by San Francisco.
If I had some cute little elves to chill with, especially they're gonna make me some cookies.
Or some shoes.
Are you saying you want to be on an island with Smurfette for the weekend?
If I'm on an island, I'm probably not going to be wearing shoes.
True. That's true. At least while you're by the beach.
Dude, I don't know about the Smurfs, because I don't know about Smurfs. No, Smurfs. Because the thing about it is, Gargamel was always trying to eat those, so they gotta be tasty. He had all kinds of recipes for them. Those little dudes gotta be tasty, man. I'd be like, I mean,
I got some of those. I want to try some of them Smurf berries.
Like man. Brainy, he just kept talking and talking and talking.
After a while,
kind of wanted, just like, dude,
I'm gonna snack on you, sir.
Is it just me, or did Handy Smurf remind you a lot of the professor from Gilligan's Island? Them guys could build anything out of a coconut shell and a coat hanger, man.
Yeah. And like, man, you had like the Fraggles, and like sometimes I love the Fraggles. I just, but sometimes there was some of them you just like, I think I'd rather hang with the Dozers.
Yeah, that's funny. Wait, so what are your takes then on mermaids though? We never finished that one. Do you think they're real? Do you think they're real?
I mean, there's been stories of there's been people that have gone down there and they've been like, man, there's things down there.
Yeah.
But it's like, what version? You know, because it's kind of like, like when you go into like zombie movies, it's like, what version of zombies do you want?
Genres within.
Yeah. It's like, what kind do from what movie do you want to have to deal with? So
I think that there is definitely something that resembles a human in half fish. Now, is it like the beautiful like Disney version, or is it like a scarier version, or like a siren version? But I watched this documentary, and there's actually a lot of like cave drawings and like tribes that have records of mermaids or some type of merman fish thing, and like them like communicating and helping out, and they also were often put with like dolphins.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, okay, really, do I want a mermaid from now? Probably not, considering what we've done to the ocean. Yeah. Nah, they're going to be like, I'm about to kill you.
They're coming for revenge.
Yeah.
For sure.
All I'm going to say is...
But I'd be like, I live in Georgia. I'm in the middle.
I didn't do anything.
It would be just my luck.
In the middle. On the edge. No.
It would be just my luck. I'm out on the ocean enjoying myself. And up beside my boat swims an amazing mermaid, just an absolutely beautiful lady, half fish, half lady, who falls in love with me, and we're going to go spend our life together.
Ooh,
and
as
I bring her in the boat and we're driving back, the damn DNR pulls me over, and it's just like my fishing license. I don't have a trout stamp. I don't have a mermaid stamp.
Oh, no.
I'm going to get fined and thrown in jail, and she's going to leave me. So.
Ah, dang.
Damn.
There was
I have the luck
not a worst case scenario, but
the luck of a death row inmate,
Oh my god.
That's okay.
I mean, they're on death row for a while, so it's not like you go on there and you're gone the next day.
I know I'm a hottie though, and the only reason I know that is because one girl told me I had the hotness of a school bus fire. That's pretty hot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, all right. This got dark. Yeah. So I think we're pretty much like he's gonna lose his
not dark
love.
yet. The sun's still out.
I'm gonna get eaten by a dragon.
I think
not get my cookies.
Friends. I think I can make friends with mermaids.
Again, it depends on what type of dragon. If it's
let's just assume that they're all friendly for the sake of the scenario.
Oh, then I'm definitely getting a dragon.
Yeah, let's just assume for the sake, because like you said, there's a lot of genres for even dragons.
Yeah, because I mean, I want to ride on that dragon, and then I'm like, dude,
I'm going with mermaid. There was actually a TikToker who I think he worked on a crab boat or something like that, and he would be in the ocean for a long time, and he was like, y'all have to see this, and it was pitch black, because there's no light.
Was it
pollution.
the one where there were two things swimming side by side?
No. So it's pitch black, like you literally couldn't see, but a song started, and he showed like nothing is going on, and a crab was thrown onto the deck, and he was like he showed like there's no like person on the bottom. No, yeah, there's a crab, and he was like, what in the world? He threw it back.
Crab tossers.
And then it came back, and then like the video went crazy for like 2 or 3 days, and now he doesn't have an account. The video is taken down, like nobody can find like record of him, and he was like playing catch with whatever was throwing this on, like, and it's pitch black, there's nothing, like he was just doing rounds, in the middle of the night, and there's a song, and then a crab got thrown onto the boat.
And then what happened?
It all got taken down.
Well, what happened at the end of the video?
Oh, that's just him. He was like, y'all, what is this? Like, and he showed like you can't see anything. It's like, except for the light, like, coming from the boat. It's all pitch black. He says he never saw anything, like, but you could hear this like song, and then this like crab being thrown.
Mythical tales come from somewhere.
Yeah, there's
always
some part of a truth.
Yeah, there's a kernel of truth to all that stuff. Like, it's not just like, granted, I guess if you really wanted to, back in the day, you could have had a kimono dragon that was bigger.
Yeah.
Or something.
I
agree. Yeah. But like,
I agree.
And people mistake.
We're talking about dragons.
I was trying to think like, never mind. I was thinking weird, but like, no, there's a kernel of truth to all that stuff.
Yeah.
We haven't even been down to the bottom of the ocean, and like there's places in every country.
Yeah.
Like you go to like, you talk to soldiers, and they have seen some weird stuff over there, because like people just disappear and you don't know why. And
people disappear in the Appalachian Mountains. Yeah.
People
all the time. There's a reason, like folklore, like there's always a part to it that's a truth.
Well, people mistake stuff all the time. You see it from a distance, or Bigfoot people that take pictures. It's like, man, you have the worst
camera.
Yeah,
for some reason,
it's always horrible cameras.
Always terrible.
And that's another one of my Bigfoot pet peeves. Is everybody who ever gets a picture of Bigfoot,
it's always like
is the worst photographer on this freaking planet. I have
they built
cameras.
A screen room and they took a picture.
Like our truck drivers, and they send in paperwork.
Absolutely. You can't tell me these people couldn't invest $5 more for a camera with autofocus, man.
Yeah, no,
it's like 2019 and they're still using disposables.
Yeah, like I don't know where they're still using a razor. A razor, take a picture.
Yeah, every picture you send is crap.
Yeah. And then you'll see some like you hear these people like, yeah, we could take a picture of the moon from like, and we can see where they're supposedly the flag is, $1
billion idea.
Yeah.
This is what we can do. We can hire all the video people that used to be in the adult industry to go after the Bigfoot and Loch Ness things, because them people can take some pictures. Yeah, and that way they can be redeemed and work in an industry that's finally normal, and they don't have to be weirdos.
Craig has the weirdest ideas. You really do, brother. I love you, but like you're like,
we're gonna give you 2 points for creativity.
So like,
thank you.
You're gonna destroy Arizona's like economy.
Oh, whoop! He went there. Oh, that is not a mythical creature, sir.
Sorry.
Back to the mythical.
Yeah. Sorry.
Back to the mythical creatures. Sorry. But as you were saying earlier, I think people get used to like what they're, like the everyday, what they see, like a dog, cat, this and that. But there's also some like very real that we do have documentation of like animals and creatures and that do extraordinary things. Like I remember just swimming in the ocean and coming face to face with a drumfish. Have you ever seen a drumfish?
Ooh,
it's very small, and it like makes like a, I don't want to be too close, but it's like a sound, but it's so loud and it echoes and it sounds like somebody is beating this big drum, but it's only like this big.
Well, do you know what the loudest
yeah. Oh, that's a big one.
Do you know what the loudest animal on the world is? In the world,
is a game fish that is found in the Atlantic Ocean from Massachusetts to Florida and into the Gulf of Mexico from Florida.
It was crazy.
But do you know what the loudest animal in the world is?
I mean this in all jokingly. Your mom. sorry. I had to.
Donna gonna whoop your ass.
It was a complete joke. No, Miss Donna, please
But no,
don't.
seriously. No, seriously. You know what the loudest animal in the world is?
No, what?
Take a guess.
A parrot.
What?
I don't know.
The loudest animal.
You said guess. Technically, they're an animal.
Yeah,
an elephant.
Nah.
A whale.
What kind of whale?
Blue whale.
No.
Whale?
Humpback whale.
Nope. Sperm whale.
Oh, I didn't. Yes. Okay.
Sperm whales are the loudest animals on the face.
Yes, I did know that actually.
You guess like the tiniest thing.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna tell you.
Parrots, they can be big.
Yeah, I know, but like they're just annoying, not loud.
I will never.
I have friends that have parrots.
Yeah,
my buddies'
grew up
parents.
with some.
My brother.
As much as I love nature videos and all the things that were done by Richard, I guess it's David Attenborough and all those things. I ain't watching no more nature shows on whales, especially when they're in mating.
Oh,
because that just turns into dirty whale movies, and that ain't no good for nobody.
Oh,
okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. We'll discuss that at a different show. I
love all these.
Now I have to go speak to my therapist because I'm remembering things about that, having recurring memories. Yes.
Well, you're talking about those guys that went looking for Bigfoot and they looked for Nessie. There's like there used to be, I think it was on Sci-Fi when Sci-Fi actually used to do decent shows. Kind of good. But like there was this one I used to watch it during the day, and this guy had his crew, and they would fly all across. I'm like, how in the heck are these guys getting this funding to go find? They're like, we're gonna go find this, and we're gonna talk to people who have seen it. And they've talked to people, and these people are like, oh yeah, we totally know what you're talking about. You got to go over there about 10 miles. And
you see, that's what happened. No one's getting that funding anymore.
Talk to Bobby. And,
he knows it.
Yeah.
They always know this one
talk
old
to Bobby,
person.
and Bobby's like, yeah, what do you think my arm was? Yeah. And then like, and you're like, what the?
Yeah.
But they never found a single thing. I mean, they hear noises at night. They get freaked out. I love the suspense in them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, and then we flew back and we had footage and
it got lost.
Yeah,
and the footage got lost or something.
It was like there was a blur.
Yeah, like we have everything else is super clear, but
this camera got cut off, or
we ran out of batteries.
Ran out of batteries.
Out of all this funding, and you're gonna run out of batteries.
Somebody had the runs. We had to leave.
Even better, I like when they say the Bigfoot must have had superpowers and it drained our batteries.
Yeah, but like these shows had like multiple seasons. I was like,
You
have like 5 seasons and you haven't found one thing.
You're going to tell me that this highly elusive creature that you have spent a lot of money and time looking for, that can't master putting on damn clothes, can somehow magically drain power from batteries.
Yeah.
Like they have multiple seasons, but Firefly can only get one. I'm sorry.
There's also this little blue thing, and I want
a Smurf.
No. Yeah, but it's like it's somewhere in like the forest, and like there's videos of it, and it's really small. But there's videos of it running, and you have to stand. And there's this one guy that there's like 3 videos of it. Oh my gosh, that just like I don't know why that just popped into my head, but they're kind of like bluish gray.
Maybe it's magic, and it put it in your head.
Oh, maybe. But it's really small. It just runs across, and it's.
Oh wait, we're gonna look this up after we're done. But I guess
we're running out of time.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not 100% sure.
Folks, we're gonna look this up because this is something we need to know about. We're running out of time. Before we go, we just want to remind you, if you would like your very own official What We Like podcast weather window certificate, you can email us at whatwelikePC and request your own. It will be from us to you. It's well worth it since it's free. We'd like to thank some of our friends. Well, actually, that's right. PC does stand for podcast, but what does it not stand for?
No cheating.
Persistent crab. That's right. Persistent crab.
Hey, that goes perfect. The persistent crab that just came back to the boat. Nobody was throwing it. That crab was just like, freedom, no, freedom. No.
You know where they have water, but they don't have crabs? At the Bamboo Car Wash, our friends.
Oh, yes.
That's right. And for the last time since we spent money on this thing, let's show them what it looks like inside a car wash, Mackenzie.
I'm not going to get you. I'm just going to go
Just
forward.
Go straight up in the air. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were coming for me again.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Good Lord.
We want to thank the people at the Bamboo Car Wash. They have been making my car sparkling clean, and they are some hardworking people. We love them. We also want to thank Sweet Segovia Delicacies, the finest delicacies in North Georgia. If you can find a better one, you better damn well buy it, because there ain't none. Okay. We also want to thank our friends at Schnecht & Schnecht Discount Mortuary and Funeral Homes.
I got scared.
You know, no matter where you go, just remember Schnecht & Schnecht is there to bring you home. We're not going to mention the one she doesn't like. We want to say bye to Pete at Pete's Possum Pit.
Bye, Pete.
Also, remember, Kritzky's Mystery Can Depot. If you can get cheaper cans, you go get them.
It's like, which one?
And finally, our newest sponsor, the National Turtle Racing Association, where they are fast as shell. All right. Thank you guys for coming and spending time with us. We love you. We have 21 subscribed viewers. We are hoping to do that as soon as we can get more. That means we could have drawn people for as far away as exit 12. So we are really working on this. We are a fledgling show. You'll notice we keep getting better as we go along.
I think we've definitely gotten a lot better.
We're getting there.
Guys, do you have fun doing this?
I do.
No.
We do.
We go off on our tangents, but we have fun.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
And guys, that's exactly why we're doing what we're doing.
Because it's what?
It's what we like.
Yeah.
And what is our slogan here at What We Like?
Please
don't sue us. That's right, guys. So from our family to yours, you have a good time. Come back and see us again. You really are the reason we do this. You're what makes this special. We can sit and talk by ourselves all the time, and we do that. But it's a lot better when we get to share it to you and find out.
Now I'm scared. I'm hoping she's a mythical creature.
And apparently we're all going to get eaten up by mythical creatures. So tune in next week to find out which cast member gets eaten by a mythical creature.
Wait, what?
Will be on there.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. We love you. You have a great time.